Hey everybody, we are here at South Florida Integrative Health Center. How's everyone doing? Hope you're having a wonderful day, a great day out there, a wonderful Thanksgiving week. We wanted to come on today on Instagram and talk about the parasympathetic nervous system and vagal tone. We'll let a few people come on live here. So how's everyone doing today? Hopefully it's a good day and we're all really doing one thing, even if it's just one thing, to really go in the right direction of good health. And that is so important because today we are talking about the parasympathetic nervous system, and that is the real key step in bringing together ideal health or optimal health, because you could have all the vitamins and fix the gut and work on environmental toxins, but if it's the parasympathetic mode that we can't get into, we seem to be locked in that sympathetic fight or flight, then we will not be able to reach our best level of health. So that's why today, in this very important week, a week that we are stepping back to show thankfulness to what we are appreciative in life, because that's a very, very important step in the parasympathetic nervous system, is gratitude. And that's why today I wanted to come on live and talk about certain steps that are going to support this parasympathetic mode. How's everyone doing? Thanks, Leslie Jane, for joining. And today's talk is so important because when we learn about the parasympathetic system, the idea that we need to be in this relaxed, in tune with the universe, in tune with nature, and of course, in tune with our own feelings, where we are holding, where we are at, then we can be in what's called coherence. It's not that we have to be totally in this yoga type of parasympathetic mode. It's just the idea of balance, the balance between sympathetic, being able to respond to situations that we have to really respond to. That's the fight or flight. We've got to be able to act when we need to respond to something, but we need to be able to turn that off, and that is the key. In fact, there was a book here that I will share with everyone. Why Zebras Don't Get Ulcers is what that says. And the key to that is that we all have fight or flight. We all have stress that we're dealing with. It's just that, can we turn it off? Can we turn down that fight or flight? Are we able to step back? Are we able to use our mind in many ways to be able to rationalize and tell ourselves in a more objective way about the situation? And that's why the zebras don't get ulcers. Is yes, they get chased by lions and all that. We've seen the nature shows when those zebras get chased down by the lions. But when the stress is over, it's over. They know how to end that stressful event by running away and getting away, and then it's over. But with us, we keep going and cycling through our stress, and that is really where the harm is coming through. So we all know that this vagal tone, stress, fight or flight, is related to our gut. There's this gut-brain connection. We know that they communicate with one another. It's bidirectional, meaning that the brain cells that sends the gut signals, but really what we're finding is mostly it's the gut sending the brain signals. So when we don't sleep, when we're highly stressed, there's going to be signals sent to the brain, and that's why our gut microbiome, the good bacteria, can change when there's a stressful situation. When we don't get a good night's sleep, there have been studies showing that our gut microbiome changes. And that is so fascinating to show you how important sleep and our ability to deal with stress really is connected with our gut bacteria. And of course, we need to understand that the way that we're eating with sugar and insulin and many other factors are going to affect this idea of parasympathetic mode. So let's go over 4 tips, 4 really important steps this very important week that we're showing gratitude, because that is a very important step in this parasympathetic mode. How about grounding? Those who are watching, when was the last time you stepped outside? It's better to be in the bare feet, because you have to connect with the ground, either on soil, on sand. Just connect with the earth, so that electromagnetic energy, we in our own bodies, we have our own electromagnetic energy that we can connect. Just even sitting at the base of a tree, really just connecting with nature. That's called grounding. That's number 1 in our parasympathetic work that we're doing. Number 2 is breathing. Breathing in the way that we're going to be diaphragmatic, meaning that we're going to allow the stomach. Sometimes you can put the hand on the stomach and feel the hand being pushed out, because that shows that you're deep breathing. You're using your breathing through the stomach. That is doing the type of breathing that's going to stimulate the parasympathetic mode, meaning sometimes we need to exhale longer than we're going to inhale. That's called something like 4-7-8 breathing, where we're going to breathe in a certain amount of seconds, and when we hold a certain amount of seconds, but we breathe out longer. We exhale in a longer amount. That's going to stimulate the parasympathetic nervous system. But more importantly is when we take that deep breath and allow the stomach to push out. So that's important. And then the next step is gratitude. Gratitude is so important, because gratitude is really stepping back and showing mindfulness of the moment that we're in, and being thankful. Some of us do gratitude journaling, where we actually write down the things that we're grateful for, and they're very simple. The air that we're able to breathe today, the very simple things that we are appreciative, not major things that we have to write down. That's called gratitude journaling, and that is an important part of the parasympathetic system. And then, of course, bonding to one another. And that's what's challenging, I know, in this time we're living through, when we have to socially distance, but we can still connect. We can still bond. And there's this neuropeptide called oxytocin. That's so important, and we're working with that here at the South Florida Integrative Health Center. And we're using oxytocin in a way that's going to help with connecting, help with bonding. That is the neuropeptide, kind of like a hormone that is really involved with the amygdala. And the parasympathetic system is involved with that, because our fight or flight is going to stimulate the amygdala, and these little emotions, these little intuition we get when we feel danger. We see facial expressions. We feel kind of like body expressions, body movements that we can be in tune with, that we feel in the primitive brain, the amygdala, that we get this intuition that there's danger, that we should be fearful. But we want to really control that. We don't want to always be in that amygdala state. And oxytocin is that neuropeptide that's involved with that. And that's our bonding. They call it the love hormone. That's our bonding hormone. So bonding and connecting with others is such an important part of this parasympathetic state. And we use oxytocin in many ways to support that. So thank you all for joining. Those are our ways that we're supporting the parasympathetic system. It's important to have that gratitude this week, especially with Thanksgiving coming up. But it's important not for the major things to be grateful for, but even the little things. Because when we're thankful for the little things, then our body is in tune. We're able to bring ourselves into that parasympathetic state. All right, everyone, thank you for tuning in to this Instagram Live. And y'all have a very healthy day and a happy Thanksgiving. Be healthy out there. Be safe out there.